Hey everyone, we are here in Prince George.
Yes, and today we want to show you the top things to see and do around Prince George, starting with Mr.PG.
So you can find Mr.PG at the corner of Highway 16 and Highway 97.
And the idea of Mr.PG came about by the mayor in the 1950s. So this is what they kind of came up with. A little man made out of different logs. Mr.PG has lived in different places around town. He was originally built of wood, but then he started to decay. So he's been rebuilt now out of fiberglass and cement. He's also now 27 feet tall. I think the original was maybe only about 8 feet tall, 9 feet tall. Various renditions of this statue have been made for floats for different parades around Canada, around BC. And the Lions Club even created a 3-foot tall version that they were touring with around the world, which mysteriously went missing and then later found in the Scottish countryside wearing a kilt and a sporran. The kilted Mr.PG was later retrieved and he now lives in the local museum. It's Sunday and we happened to catch the annual plant sale here at the Botanical Garden. And really good prices, I have to say.
So heading towards the back, we can see quite a nice view. We can even see some snow-capped mountains way off in the distance.
So the David Douglas Botanical Garden is located currently on the UNBC campus here in Prince George. You do have to pay for parking, so be aware of that. So park and then you can go onto the campus. The library, for example, has a pay station, and then you can come back across the parking lot and enjoy the gardens. They have a little thyme garden here with 16 different varieties of thyme. I didn't know there was that many. We barely got down the trail before we had to turn back. So we're gonna try this another time, bring some bug repellent. We've even got mosquito jackets to help us, and then and some pants, long socks, and then we'll do a take 2.
I must have gotten 50 or 100 bites just in the 5 minutes we were looking at the birds and stuff, and now we're just coating ourselves in this afterbite that Mel thankfully brought along.
I'm itchy. I even have one on my chin.
That was a bad idea in like shorts and no bug spray. So we're gonna try going back tomorrow. As you may recall, we were at the Cottonwood Park yesterday and there was a lot of mosquitoes.
So now we're bringing out the big guns. And we're gonna look a little bit ridiculous. We've had these little bug jackets for actually a couple of years now.
We bought those for our trip to Northern Ontario.
I feel absolutely silly.
Oh, this is weird. This is really weird. I don't know if I like this. And your hands are uncovered, so you're gonna get a little bit of bug spray. All right, well, I think this is gonna work. Time to put it to the test. Pretty much nobody else has anything like this. They're just wearing, regular clothes. So we look kind of ridiculous, but that's okay. So this would suggest why there are so many bleeping mosquitoes here. Look at all this still standing water. That is like mosquito breeding ground.
Okay, so the whole reason though we wanted to come to Cottonwood River Park is because there are wood carvings in some of the trees. So we're gonna check that out. Hopefully not get eaten too much more.
We've got all the protection we can possibly get. Oh, there you go.
You gotta look for them.
Yeah.
That is really cool.
So one is on the GoPro lens, and one actually just bit me through the screen. Still have a lot of mosquitoes around me. And check out all the fluff from the cottonwood. This happens every year in the spring when the trees flower. You get like snow.
Okay, so we thought we were going to the extreme with our return visit and our mesh jackets and stuff. We were thinking we should have sprayed our pants and these mesh jackets also with bug spray, because despite having fairly thick, a little bit loose jeans, they still got me through my pants.
So we're on top of Connaught Hill Park. You can either drive up or walk up on this pathway here. Really nice views of the city, views of the river and the bluff.
Someone's having a barbecue and it smells good.
Got kind of a nice 360 view up here.
So coming to the Central BC Railway and Forestry Museum is kind of like a giant playground of, well, trains and all kinds of memorabilia. Prince George was built on railway and forestry industries, and so it's very fitting that they put the museum here. You can get into a lot of the railway cars. It's definitely worth coming and checking out just to be able to get a sense of what Prince George is and was all about. Tiny tracks. This is a snowplow for a train, and it's absolutely massive. And this is one of 2 wooden snowplows left in all of North America. I feel like this would go against safety codes nowadays. Like, can you say tripping hazard?
Oh, hit your head. I feel like I need pool noodles attached here to prevent head injuries.
I have to say, visibility is limited. They're pretty small windows, and it's a very, very low ceiling. This would be your view out the front of the plow.
Let's go inside this big engine.
This is a newer version.
Yeah, a little more spacious interior. Not quite as many things to trip on. Better view out the front. Oh, this wouldn't be so bad. It'd be pretty comfy.
It's like the inside of an aircraft though. There are buttons and knobs and dials all the way around you.
Oh, there's auto and manual. Slow and fast. It's good they marked that. If we start moving, then we know I hit the wrong one. Or the right one.
So this behemoth of a machine is a log stacker, and it would have taken logs from the trucks and moved them around the lumber yard. Mill yard. This morning we're here at the Prince George Farmers Market. It happens every Saturday, and I absolutely love coming to farmers markets because you get to see the local artisans, local crafts, lots of different foods, and get to experiment and experience the local community a little bit. And so that's what we do in every city that we can get to. We try and find a farmers market because they're just fun.
So what do you think Mel found?
We always look for bannock when we come to the farmers markets, and we succeeded today. This is awesome. We're really excited. They've got savory options and sweet options here, so we got one of each, and we're gonna try them out. All right, we've got our bannocks. So this is the bannock melt, where they've cut it in half, put Havarti cheese, jalapeno Havarti cheese in the middle with garlic butter. And then we've got the cinnamon explosion, which has been dipped in this cinnamon deliciousness syrup. Let's give it a try. That's like eating garlic bread. That's amazing. Oh my goodness. It's like a cinnamon bun. That's really good. You know it's good when the line gets really long while you're waiting, and it's like 20 people long now.
We're at a park, and I'm going to try and pronounce it. It's something like the Lheidli Memorial Park. It used to be called the Fort George Park, and it's actually right along the Fraser River. The Fraser River, you say? The same one that goes through Hope and Vancouver? The very same one. They've got some nice benches and picnic tables right along the Fraser River here.
If you're coming to this park, just keep in mind this is a pet-free park, so you have to leave your furry friends at home. All right, so this building was the very first schoolhouse in all of Prince George. It opened up in 1910, and the first teacher lasted about a week. The second teacher lasted about a month, and then came in Mrs. Campbell. She introduced this much more disciplined method of teaching, and the students, well, they became students instead of just hooligans. We've been to the most northern botanical garden in Canada. Now we are checking out the most northern winery in Canada, the Northern Lights Estate Winery here in Prince George. They offer free tours certain days of the week. They also have a bistro here and one of the only riverside dining options in all of Prince George. It's very picturesque. We're also going to take a tour. Let's go check it out.
We're doing a tasting here, and this is Wayne, the manager here at Northern Lights.
How are you guys? Hi, everyone watching. Hi.
And we've got lots of different wines to choose from today.
For sure. I said 6, but we went to 8 really quick for sure.
Yeah.
So I added 2 more. So this is Seduction, the #1 selling fruit wine that we have in BC actually. The last like 5-6 years in a row. It's 80-20 strawberry rhubarb, or rhubarb strawberry, I guess I should say. It turns into like this buttery, creamy sort of finish.
Okay.
And you'll really notice it.
Tastes like rhubarb strawberry pie.
So Doug is the owner-operator, and then his dad, Pat, is the one that kind of started the whole show here. So they built their own small orchard. And then that's when they tested out, I think, like 15 different like blueberries, like quite a few different raspberries. We have a very unique raspberry here that actually grows and fruits in the same year. We have blueberries, raspberries, and Saskatoon berries over here. So we freeze the fruit. The cool thing about why we freeze the fruit is it helps break down the enzymes. We bottle the wine. We do this in-house. We do about 500 bottles in an hour per one person. So this is where we would normally do like a tasting of Mirtillo. I'll keep that in mind, because it's actually one of the first ones that we're going to try when we kick into the reds. This one was actually steeped in the Hungarian oak, and then this one was it gave it a little of like a subtle vanilla kind of flavor.
So right across the street from the winery, they have this orchard with all the kinds of fruits. You can even, if they're in season, sample a couple.
There's a ripe Hascap berry here.
Was it good?
It's kind of like a tart blueberry.
All right, guys, so you definitely have to come and check out Northern Lights Estate Winery in Prince George. The experience here was absolutely incredible. And like, talk about good value.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like the tour was free, our wine tasting was free, and like, they were just so friendly and amazing. It was so awesome. This morning we are here at, you're going too fast. I'm gonna walk incredibly slow. Excuse me, it's cotton everywhere in my face. All right, we're ready. We're actually rolling this time.
Hi to the edit.
Oh, it's snowing in late June, except not.
You've got a bunch on your hair.
Do I? I suddenly feel like an avatar where all of the seeds from the tree land on him. Oh, there's one at your face. He's trying. Look at this. Look at this. Look, he's determined. He's like, I will get you in the face.
Very, very fashionable.
Sexy. Do the catwalk. Make sure you don't miss the next video by liking, subscribing, and turning on notifications. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in the next one.